7 of them have and the other ones don't. And then here we actually have the index information as well somewhere. And if you have sequences, they'll be there. Okay, in the plate, you can also see this by just hovering over the wells. Okay, so
will it show in the
that's
details
defining.
also the information of the index when you are there?
Maybe.
Yeah, it should.
It should. No, so I'll write that. No, not here. I don't see the.
Okay, it would be great, yeah, to add it there too.
Okay, index should be added to the details. Okay.
Pretty sure I had them in there.
You have them in there? I don't know.
Maybe
Let
I
me.
clicked in. It's okay, continue.
Yeah, that will continue. Okay, so then the other transaction which I'll show, which I already kind of showed earlier, is the removing. So the removing is for the entire run. It asks, just kind of, you need to confirm, it's going to wipe all the indexes from all your samples. You say yes, and now they're gone. I did that because I want to show you the next one, which is assigning to plates, when you're working more with plates. So at the level of plates, same concept, but, slightly different things are happening here. So right now I've selected an index. Remember this one? It doesn't have a plate configuration, the index itself. So I get to choose a fill pattern, either across or down. And I'm selecting the plate that I'm working with. And if you have more than one plate, they'll be here, but I only have one. And then this is my plate. Okay, you can see the details of the plate, and it just shows you the plate layout currently for that and all the samples. I won't do that. I'll just hit next. So it's going to go across. There's a little legend here that says, red is for assigned index. So you can see it assigned the 7 indexes in an across pattern. If you want to do down, I'll do the same thing, but just assign them down. And again, this is because this index doesn't have plate definition, so you get to choose the mapping or whatever we want, the fill pattern. Now, if I select this index, it actually does have a plate, and we can see it here.
Beautiful colors.
I know.
I like it.
Yes, thank you. So no fill pattern. Obviously, it's now 1-to-1, or it should be 1-to-1. It doesn't really need to be, but bottom line is, whatever A1 is mapped to on your index, that will go to the plate as a A1 sample. We'll get that index. So if we go next, you can see it kind of does the same colors now. So your samples have the indexes, and this plate is not completely filled, but it took up all the spots that it could. And you can see all the indexes with their information, okay, so I'll confirm that.
By the way, Renel, I am recording this with my Camtasia, so that I'm going to share this to Nilka later on, because she's going to have to reuse something like this. She knows this is not in XFD, but the logic, behind, because in her case she has a 384 well plate that I think she has to do the same exercise like 4 times if she wants to assign the indexes, to the plate. Yeah.
Don't know about her indexes, and yeah, I do have it. I just sent her now a screenshot, maybe you can pull it up.
Okay, I will. Let me.
For some reason you're running an older version of the phone. I don't know why.
Got it. So now the plate, if you go to the plate, all the colors from the indexes are in. So the plate coloring is as follows. If you have indexes, it shows that index color. If you don't have an index, then it'll show the plate template color. And then for QCs, it shows the QC color. And then if you don't have anything, I think it's blue. So here we show the indexes colors, even though the plate might have had different template colors. This one kind of overrides it. Let's try again. Marius's shows details.
Just look at the screenshot section.
This one.
Yeah, put it up on the screen. So yeah, the fields are there. It's just
up here. Got it.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they're not showing up when you're launching it. So that's
yeah, you would see the indexes here, Carla. We just gotta get that worked out. Okay, and let me see. Another thing, just to kind of, part of my user stories was this whole, when you're editing plates and resetting of wells and stuff. So let me show that real quick. This was like a remove sample or use the reset. It clears it. Here you can see the samples with indexes.
Mm-hmm.
And the indexes are in here too.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you drag them, they maintain the index.
Oh, okay.
You can reset and rearrange things as you will. And now it's saving and getting the new index.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Mm-hmm.
Have the information.
But A1 should be empty then.
Yeah, it should be empty. Yeah, it might be. Looks like a bug.
That's okay. Okay. Yeah, because I didn't.
Should be working. Let me see. Maybe it's a refresh with the plate. Let me see. Let's do that again. I think this is the one that actually. Yeah, I gotta clean that up. I think this one was the one that I made to kind of really get rid of it. Yeah. Okay. So the reset, if you remember correctly, is more when you're working here, you're adding them. You can use this guy to kind of get rid of it. But the existing ones we have to use remove. So I need to clean that up a little bit. Either put everything on the reset or put everything on the remove. We should only have one and be consistent. But yeah, I'll look at that after the call.
Mm-hmm.
That's it for me.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
What I want to show is the adapter index visual indicators, which for now is already shown, so I'll skip that. Let me share my screen. Second. Okay. Monitor walk. Okay, so we saw those. The other thing I wanted to show is the additional fields we added to the sample tab, and we added all the trial specific fields, code, visit, subject ID, and treatment group, and a few other things that we added yesterday because we thought it was useful. Let's see, the storage location. So when we have a storage location, we display it here. So it makes it easier to know where they are, where to look for those things, if they're stored anyway. Yeah, so that's the additional columns that we added, and the other thing I wanted to show is, let's see, the export plate to CSV transaction. So that was that's a transaction that we added. Let's see if I can find it.
Marius, would it be possible to have like these freezing columns in that grid when you scroll, because there's so many columns still that you have to scroll to the right, so we don't lose track of the sample number.
Frozen columns.
Yes, please, because I think that would be good.
I don't know, like up to which column, how many columns.
I would think at least the first 4, including or well, up to the with the QC level is always, yeah, that should be fine. Yeah, because then at least we know what test, what sample we're looking for when you scroll all the way to the right. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so let me
Order
write
for
that
a
note.
massage
Okay, cool.
on this
Alright, so go
on
back to workflow processing.
Saturday.
So to look for export plate, right, at CSV. So I think I have in EGS, pre-capture, samples assigned. In transactions, there's export plate to CSV, and we click that, open it up. Okay. And it basically gives us a mapping of the plate. Okay, so that's export plate. Let's see what else.
So, Marius, if I can restate what we see when we click on the export plate transaction is we will see the CSV file that will be generated.
Yeah, so the CSV file gets downloaded. You'll see it drop in the bar here, see?
Mm-hmm.
And then you click on it and open it with Excel or whatever is associated with CSV. Okay, so yeah, I think that's. I think we can move on. So Rauka, maybe you want to show default storage location, and then